Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and it's Monday, the 6th. I've got a lot of lines here in the NASDAQ. I'm going to show you some things on kind of like the difference between bounce trades and like dud trades, really. Hang on. Okay, that should make it a little clearer. What we're looking at is stocks that really come down hard this way as opposed to just kind of drifting lower. Weekend selling, buyers coming in to pick up the stock. Like nobody really cares too much about it. The buyers aren't going to chase the stock higher and the sellers aren't going to just bang the bid and drive the stock lower. That's kind of a weekend thing, and frankly, it's a healthy dynamic. When you get this kind of pullback, it's really not healthy. It shows that there's something wrong where there's like no buyers here. There's a lot of sellers, and then finally when you get to a key moving average support, that's where you find the buyers. So when I look at this though, I think it's magical thinking to believe that you're going to get this kind of move. This was just too steep. There's a lot of pain in that chart, so you're going to get selling, or you're going to get selling into the strength. And there's no super indication that there's buyers just rushing in here. But this isn't really what I'm talking about. I want to look at Tesla and then Rivian and ARKK real quick. Now, Tesla, this is what's called a hammer pattern. It's a reversal pattern where, after 3 days of downs, stock opened up, traded pretty far down, and then has rallied back to very, very close to the high. So the idea is the stock is, quote, hammering out a base. So it's a bullish pattern. The thing that is, you could buy this stock, I guess. I'm saying you could buy this stock here, put a stop below today's intraday low, but although I would even put it, down here, give it 3.5% or so. It's not my kind of trade though. And this is why, because there's so much selling here that any rebound, and so far I guess right now you could say, hey man, whenever the stock hits $1,000, that's when you buy it. But this is also in this consolidation phase. So when this stock rebounds, it's going to spark a lot of selling as it has before. Okay, so every time the stock has come up here, the last couple times, well, every time it hadn't been at this level before. Sellers have been coming in. The stock's been volatile. This is the epitome of institutional selling. This is distribution here. Now, will this distribution turn into higher prices? Who knows? Nobody knows. But this is now testing the 50-day moving average. But what I don't really like about it is this stock right now is still below Friday's intraday low. So it's still lower, like they're still selling into this stock. If there wasn't, the stock would be rallying higher. So let's look at a couple other winners here. ARKK, Kathy Wood's magical show. This is the kind of the same deal. Okay, it's broken 100. Now it's down 5% below that. At least you can see here. So the stock's been trending down. It gapped down this morning, traded down even more, below 90, and then now it's up where? Okay, this is we're half an hour before the close. This is now at a new high, or almost a new high in today's action, but it is above Friday's closing price. So at least you can say there's buying there. Now, I would say the same issue remains with this stock. There's a lot of pain in this chart. You're gonna have a hard time seeing. There's no way the stock runs up here. People are catching on. People are catching on to this, and in a lot of different fronts. I've already talked about that. I know I pissed some of you off, and you know what? I don't care. I'm just speaking the facts. I'm speaking the truth. This isn't a great stock picker. If it was, you wouldn't see this kind of decline. Sorry, this is something else, and it wasn't, I'll say it, it wasn't a great stock picker. everything rebounded. This just got more attention, hence more upside, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of the stuff that's in this thing now is just hype and no money, no revenue, no nothing. And so we see this in a big downdraft here. And like I said, I think a lot of it, well, you tell me if you think investors have caught on. Stock's down 40 plus % from the high, while the S&P and the NASDAQ are close to all-time highs. So yeah, I'd say they caught on. Okay, fine. Editorial over. What we're seeing here, though, is at least we've got some kind of a snapback here to where the stock is higher than Friday's close. Tesla is not. So between these two, I got to give it to ARK. As far as if you are buying these crushed stocks, if you're buying these massive sell-offs, then you want the one that's showing signs that it's actually going to move higher. Not that you think, but one that is showing signs. And this is showing signs. Volume is still below average or below Friday's volume, but again, we've got half an hour to go. It wouldn't surprise me to see volume exceeding Friday's intraday high. But even if it doesn't, guys, this is a massive volume spike here. I think this stock is going to go higher here for a trade. Beyond that, I literally have no idea because this is a crowd play, nothing else. What's the crowd doing? Now, Rivian, this stock has had a heck of a sell-off from top to bottom, 45%. And then today, what's it doing? Okay, it actually gapped up, and then it's up even more, closing or right at testing this 8-day moving average. You can't look at the 50 or the 200 because it hadn't been trading that long. So on this stock, it's right up to where it's kind of failed before. This isn't a stock that I would buy right here. It's up about 10% today, and it's got a very wide intraday range. So this is, in my view, it's pretty risky. You got to go into a 15-minute chart to really get a sense of this, and don't pay attention to these moving averages. It's a 15-minute chart. Moving averages don't change. It's 200 15-minute bars, 50 15-minute bars. But you can see the stock has rebounded, or it's broken through today's what was the previous high. So if you're kind of day trading this stock, you're buying it here, you're probably going to get a nice move to the upside because the stock's already shown you a higher intraday or a higher open, a higher close from last Friday. Guys, like this is how you want to read the tape, and a higher intraday low than here. So we've got higher open, higher close, higher intraday low, higher intraday high. So the advantage is to the bulls here. I think this is going to be going higher from here. This I do. ARK, I think it will. Tesla, it probably will, but this is not as convincing. It's not even up on the day. But also when you think about it, this has only been get this out of the way. This has only been a 3-day drop of about 14%. And it's actually still kind of in consolidation. The other ones have been just getting crushed. So it kind of only makes sense that this isn't super oversold. It's testing a key moving average. It's not oversold. It's not overbought. It's just down at the bottom of the channel. So anyway, I hope these observations kind of help you start to understand how price action can be interpreted. That's what I'm saying. There's different ways to interpret it, but it should all lead you to the same answer, which is which stock do I buy? So anyway, that's it. Look, we've had a lot of subscribers that have come in to Stock Market Mentor, and I want to invite you to be one of them. Before the end of the month, I'm going to be promoting, I won't say I'm promoting, I'll be making available longer term memberships not super long, but 6 months, maybe a year. And the reason is because we're coming up onto the end of the year, and that means tax time. I mean, I know I'm doing that. Okay, what do I want to spend that I can deduct on my taxes so I can take advantage of it in April? And I'll do it. I'll be paying in advance on a lot of things rather than having to wait till 2023 to deal with anything. So anyway, I'm going to be making that available. I'm not going to be doing a big push. It's not what I do, but I'm just kind of giving you the heads up that that's coming. Okay? That's all. I don't see any hands raised with questions, so class dismissed. I'll see you next time.